High DPI versus low DPI, the great debate. An argument that goes back to the age of time, it seems. The clips you are seeing are as follows: 6400 DPI, 800, 600, 400, and the Sentinel clips are with 800 again, but with mouse accel. The most important thing to know is that DPI is best set in multiples of native DPI. A lot of mice have native DPI of 800, so you'd want to set your multiples of that: 800, 1600, 2400, and so on. Pretty much what your typical software is already set to. This is because mice use interpolation past their native resolution, and non-multipliers will introduce jitter and inaccuracy, or so they say. Most notably, Shroud uses 450 DPI, which is technically not correct. The quote right settings for DPI are 800 for 1080, 1600 for 1440, and 1600/2400 for 4K monitor. This is because DPI does not scale with resolution, and lower DPI and higher resolution monitors will result in small stuttering and imprecise aim at games, or so they say. A quick glance, or rather a long glance, at pro player settings you will see is that most of them are using 400 and 800 DPI. I took an average of all pro players currently in Apex, and an average came out to 695 DPI. So what does this all mean, and does it really matter? Well, I actually don't think it matters much at all. Personally, I believe 600 DPI is the best overall DPI to use, but I use mouse accel, so I currently use 800, which is a subject for another video for another time. I don't really want to be too technical, because I feel like the DPI setting is greatly over-exaggerated, especially in this day and age where esports and streaming is so popular. I spent the first 2 years of my PC gaming on 3200 DPI, then a year on 400, and now currently, like I said earlier, I'm playing on 800. There are other videos that are more technical than this, and since I wanted to talk about this from a gamer's perspective, I honestly don't care about how many milliseconds faster one DPI is versus the other, because if you don't know, there are some small speed differences in higher DPI versus lower DPI. This video is more about my personal experience playing on different DPI, and I'm currently ranked top 20 with Loba and Apex, so I feel my opinion does have some merit than, say, someone with a nice 4K camera doing latency tests on DPI and declaring 1600 DPI is the god tier of all DPIs, therefore play on 1600. Higher DPI feels nice. I played all the way up to 6400 DPI on my G Pro wireless, and I have to say, it feels slick. However, even after using a sensitivity converter to convert the in-game sense to what it was before, my shot just didn't feel as accurate. On the other side of this, 400 in my opinion is deadly accurate. However, I actually feel 400 DPI is the hardest DPI to master. 800 and up is actually all pretty close in feel, and I'm not sure why there's such a drop off at 400, which is why I think 600 DPI is actually the best DPI to use, but that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, if you're worried about what DPI to use, don't. It's not the difference between winning and losing. Focus on in-game awareness, positioning, team play, or just keep changing it every day, because you know, fuck skill-based matchmaking. Anyways guys, I hope that helps, and we'll see you again real soon.
I can sit here and pretend like my biggest problems are Pringle cans and burritos. The truth is my biggest problem's you. I want to please you, but I want to stay true to myself. I want to give you the night out that you deserve, but I want to say what I think and not care what you think about it. A part of me loves you, part of me hates you, part of me needs you, part of me fears you, and I don't think that I can handle this right now. Handle this right now. I don't think that I can handle this right now. I don't think that I can handle this right now. I don't think that I can handle this right.
I don't think that I can handle this right.
Look at them, they're just staring at me like, come and watch the skinny kid with a steadily declining mental health, and laugh as he attempts to give you what he cannot give himself.
Think that I can handle this right. I don't think that I can handle this right. But they don't even know the herb of this right.
But they don't even know the herb of it. But I know I'm not a doctor. after. I'm a pussy, I put on a silly show. I should probably just shut up and do my job, so here I go. Wouldn't have got the lettuce if I knew it wouldn't fit. Wouldn't have got the cheese if I knew it wouldn't. Wouldn't have got the peppers if I knew they wouldn't. Wouldn't have got half. You can tell them anything if you just make it funny, make it rhyme. And if they still don't understand you, then you run it one more time. Think that I can handle this right. Handle this right. Handle this right. And you don't even know the half of this right now. Right now. Handle this right. I'll handle this right. Handle this right now. Thank you. Good night. I hope you're happy.